That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Even though India is not very developed, Indians are pretty chill guys. I've never met an Indian guy, he's like trying to kill people. If you're trying to cross from Mexico to USA illegally, this might be the best spot. Because there's literally a tunnel, it's decommissioned, so there's no trains going on. And you can literally walk through the tunnel and there's like Mex USA, you just cross it. Hello guys, welcome back to another map video. Let's dive in. So these are the homicide rates in different regions of the world. So when we look at it, Brazil and Mexico are going crazy, and some of those regions are really different too. Like you see this part of Brazil, they're like going crazy, but this part is pretty safe. I think Rio de Janeiro is actually in this part, the white part. So I'm assuming if you lived in big cities, you will be pretty safe. And in Mexico, here is the touristic region. That city is called Merida, and there's like a lot of flights going there, so I'm assuming they're very safe too because of that. I even know flights going directly from Turkey to there, like what the heck? And when you look at India, India seems very safe actually. Even though India is not very developed, Indians are pretty chill guys. I've never met an Indian guy, he's like trying to kill people or he's just trying to cause trouble. Indians are pretty chill and they're very nice people. When we look at USA, we can see a lot of red stuff going on there. I mean, near Texas, of course, it's going crazy. It's red in the southern states, and states that are not very famous, they're kind of doing okay. When we look at Europe, apart from Ukraine, Europe is like super clean. I think I see a little bit of red in Turkey, but not that much. But when you really compare USA to Europe, you see the difference, right? And something really interesting here is Alaska has a lot of red in it. Like, why would you try to do crime in Alaska? Like, it's cold. Just chill, chop your wood, make your coffee. Like, what are you trying to do, guys? Next map is the Mississippi River and its tributaries. So when we look at this map, actually you can see how insane the geography is. These are just there is just one main line here, but from that big line there can be a lot of small creeks. So it can actually cover the entire area. So this is actually insane. Okay, I was not expecting this. This is apparently the Russian metro system in Moscow. This is crazy. Like they've got the circle. Like they've got very even map. Like they're going to everywhere. It's not like other cities where they are more in one area, but this is like very centralized, and there are lines that are circling like that, and there's not only one of them, there's like 3 lines they're doing circles. This is something cool, and thumbs up to Russia. This is from Syria. When we think about Syria, we think about war and all that insane stuff, but I never thought Syria had a place like this. I wish there was no war. I believe Syria will be one of the places that everybody will visit, but unfortunately there's a war going on. I hope everything's gonna be better for them, and I hope they will open up tourism and a lot of people will experience. Oh, we had one of these maps about Kenya in the previous video. This is apparently the population density map of India, and holy shit, everyone is on the north side, and we got some people on these coast cities in Bengaluru, but a lot of the people are just in the northern side of India. Like, holy shit, that is crazy. This part of India is almost empty, and imagine 1.5 billion people, and most of them are in this area. Just like China, you know, China is huge, but most of their population is in the 10% of their land. Like, I can't understand how crowded these cities are. It is just something crazy. The reason northern India is very densely populated is they had some great farming areas, so it was very fertile, so you could produce a lot of goods. So that's why people went there and started living there. What the fuck? Is that a borderline? Wow. Apparently, there are people who are maintaining that line because that's the border between Canada and the USA, and it just seems very, very funny. Look at that, like there are people just cutting those trees every year, like trimming the bushes so that the border between the USA and Canada stays put. That's crazy. I went ahead and checked other borders. So this is not an actual border, but this region is just crazy. Like, you know those beautiful mountains from Pakistan? They are all shared by China, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. This region seems very beautiful, but it's also very not stable. All these countries are fighting over this land. Now I understand why. This is the most secure border I have ever seen. It's the border between Egypt and Gaza. So they have 1, 2, 3, and 4 walls between the borders, and they've got like an area in between the borders that's like at least 30 meters long. So you're not gonna cross this line illegally. Okay, this one is crazy now. What is going on there? Are people trying to immigrate to the other country? Haiti and Dominican Republic. Let's read the comments. Apparently there is like a big market there, so people from Haiti come over and sell their stuff. And this guy right here, he says he crossed the border once on a bus, and someone from the bus company took off his belt and just started whipping people to deal with the immigration. That just sounds insane. Okay, so this guy is asking, is this a one-sided border? Like, what the hell is going on? 18 people are not governing their border. Other guy is saying, if you want to go to the lowest humanity index country in the Western Hemisphere, go right ahead. So they are like, no one's trying to go there, so they are like, they don't give a fuck. If you're trying to cross from Mexico to USA illegally, this might be the best spot. Because there's literally a tunnel, it's decommissioned, so there's no trains going on, and you can literally walk through the tunnel and there's like Mex USA, you just cross it. How is that even possible? Is this new? Yeah, it's 1 month ago. Like with Trump, is this really even possible? You will think that he kind of built a wall there or something, right? Okay, this is beautiful. This is the border between Sweden and Norway. It's just like the Canada and USA, but it's with the snow. It looks really beautiful. Of course, there is no actual borders because it's the Schengen zone. You just walk, drive, whatever you want to do. This is gonna be the last photo because the video is getting long. So this is night lights in Middle East. So Turkey is dominating the place. Iran has some few lights. Syria and Iraq doesn't really have much light. Look at the Nile. You can really see where people live, right? You see the importance of arable and fertile land. Look at that. They don't have any lights outside of this section. They just have it on this Nile. That's like crazy. Do they even have lights on the Nile itself? That is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be doing stuff like this more. Just type down what do you want to see. See you guys later.